this new journey with you and your club?
Yeah, happy first of all for to start a new journey and a difficult one. There will be a difficult one, but will challenge us and will give us to and will pull us until our limits. And uh, we were competing really well, but we are new. You know, we are very very new. We're young boys still. So we made mistakes in the first half. Uh, Finally, in two moments that they had, they scored two. So this what happened between one club that have a lot of years in MLS and won titles and this, and one new that try much more and have more chances and more control and everything, and finally you go to the halftime with 2-0. We miss a little bit of luck as well. There are some moments that, as I say in the press conference before the game, that sometimes is touch the post and go out. So we are in this moment also that touch the post and go out. But for me, it's important to learn about the competition and what we need as a team, as a players, as a coach. But yeah, excited and happy to be on a pitch again, to be with spectators again. After 15-20 minutes, I was enjoying a lot, and I was feeling happy to be back.
Nick? Miguel, what did you think of the supporters that came here from Charlotte tonight? There were quite a few.
Amazing. I say to the boys before the game, and when they get out from the warming up, they wanted to go by and say hello to them. Thank you all that came to support us, and we felt your energy, and we need you. We need you because still is the beginning, and as I said before, it will be difficult, and it will be easier with the help of our supporters, of course.
Claudio?
Yes, Miguel, ¿cómo sacar conclusiones positivas del encuentro donde, claro, después de un 3-0, parece que el equipo rival te pasa por arriba, pero fueron jugadas muy, digamos, con mucha suerte para ellos, digamos, ¿no? Es cierto que las concretaron también para llegar a eso, pero creo que ustedes llegaron al arco de mejor manera, si se puede decir. ¿Qué cosas positivas le encontraste?
No, ya las has dicho tú. Obviamente cuando vea el vídeo y lo analicemos vamos a encontrar más cosas, pero creo que tú lo acabas de decir, que estuvimos llegando al área más veces y mejor que ellos. Pero tú has dicho algo clave también, que ellos nos convirtieron a nosotros, ¿no? O sea, hay una gran diferencia en el fútbol. En las áreas es donde tienes que marcar la diferencia para poder ganar un partido.
Y la otra, bueno, lo dijiste en español, lo dijiste en inglés, pero quiero que lo digas en español, porque la verdad que esta gente hizo un esfuerzo grandísimo, sí. No pararon de alentar, increíble realmente.
Sí, o sea, me gustaría ir afuera y poder decirles personalmente lo que les agradezco, lo que les agradezco que hayan venido, que les hemos sentido y que esperamos ya con muchas ansias encontrarnos con ellos el próximo sábado en casa y poder brindarles una victoria.
La última del acto. Te pregunté el jueves, el viernes, ya no recuerdo cuándo, que cuando terminara este partido, que iba a ser lo que más te iba a dar satisfacción, me dijiste que el equipo compitiera, fuera ganando, fuera perdiendo. Me parece que desde afuera dio la sensación que el equipo compitió todo el tiempo, aún en cuando estaba 3-0. ¿Te quedas conforme?
Obviamente me hubiera quedado más conforme un resultado más justo, te diría, ¿no? Pero hubo momentos, sobre todo en la primera parte y en la segunda, donde disfruté con mi equipo, disfruté. Me estaba sintiendo feliz y orgulloso de lo que estaba viendo, sabiendo que estamos recién empezando. Y eso es lo que he dicho, ¿no? Que son chicos inteligentes, que creen y que quieren. Ojalá que sigamos trabajando para... Porque al final el resultado, ¿no? Te da ese dulce, esa recompensa, como que estás haciendo las cosas bien, ¿no? Obviamente, cuando pierdes, no tienes esa sensación por muy bien que hayas hecho las cosas.
All right, we'll go last one to Simon Boyd.
Coach, I'm curious. I've heard a little bit of what you said there in Spanish. Your team basically dominated large parts of that game. What are the positives that you take, and what are some things you want to see improve by next week? And then I had a follow-up.
I believe that we were able to recognize in the second half the game that we needed to play, you know. So we were controlling much better and playing less direct as we did in the first half. So we had much more control and better quality arrivals and chances. And I tried to show them that we were doing properly what we needed to do to arrive with more control and with better quality, you know, with more quality situations in the last third. And we were doing. So of course we need to keep working on that, you know, and recognize the ways that we can use to reach the last third. And later on, the first two goals were like this kind of actions, you know, like the only chance that they got, and I need to see the video, I need to analyze, and for sure out of the score we will find too many situations for us to keep working on, to train during the week, and as I said before the first match, the best coach and the best teacher is the competition. So the competition will tell us what we need to improve and what we are doing well.
And Coach, it's probably common knowledge among those who follow the team, so I apologize if I'm asking this, but Carol's status for the week coming up. You just said finishing in front of goal is one of the big differences, right, in this game. One team had it, you didn't. Is Carol has a chance to be there for this coming weekend?
I think so. But of course, it is what it is. He is not a striker. And he did his best to help us, you know. And it's the spirit that of this team, you know. Ben Bender in the last minutes being a striker. He's not a striker. And I mean, if they need to do a strike, they will do. And if they need to do as a goalkeeper, they will do. And this is the power of the group that we have. But of course, better to have a strike to finish this action, you know. And hopefully we will have Carol at home, and we will have Daniel Rios one week more that he needs time to work with us, to know each other. But finally, he helped a lot today. So we saw the kind of player that he is, and he wants to help, and so this is the most important.
All right, thank you, Miguel.
Thank you.
We have Fish and Foods next.
Oh, it's raced.
Hello, everybody. All right, Alex, take it away here.
Hi, Christian. Congrats on the first match. Miguel was just talking about some of the goals that were conceded during this game, and I'm curious from your position, just where you think some of those, was it the calls, simply the lack of communication and fluidity for the three conceded goals for those?
How do you want to communicate when both things, when the cross happens so fast, when it's a deflected goal? has nothing to do with communication. These two situations were simply unlucky. Penalty, when you get a stroke at the arm for such short distance, I was never a friend of the handball rule. Will never be. There's always controversy, but for me, what's most important is how the team perceived the game, how we applied ourselves to the game. That even though we were 2-0 down, we tried to play our way. We stepped it up second half. We were running nonstop. We were fighting for each other. We didn't give up. We believe in ourselves, and it's a start of a journey. I mean, the group that we are, the club that we are, we're together for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and nobody ever said it's going to be easy. We're going to walk through the MLS. No chance. What's the most important for me is the most important for me is the team spirit, the spirit of each player, and we didn't stop. We kept going. We tried our very best. Things didn't work our way. Yes, we understand that, but I think the coach said it before the game is that we only learn from those games. We only learn when we are challenged on the highest level, and that was a good lesson learned.
Thank you.
All right, Nick.
Christian, how did you feel you played tonight compared to earlier preseason friendlies in the new model, especially in that first half?
Well, it's a position I'm playing for 2-3 years already, so I'm absolutely confident with that. Also with Christian Macun and Guzman Carufo, I think we have the right players to play in that system. Have very very strong runners on the wings, and I think it's a system that we can definitely play. It also helps us as a team to improve and to be more adaptable to our positions.
All right, let's go to Larry.
Hey, Christian. My question for you is that, you came out the first 30 minutes of the game and you guys did not look like a team that was playing in its first game. You guys actually looked real comfortable, gave them fits. My question is, first, were you surprised, and how much did that goal that wasn't a goal, followed by the penalty kick that was questionable penalty where Estrada scored, did it take the wind out of your sails, or do you think, how do you think you handled the adversity?
Yeah, well, a couple of minutes that were going crazy. Of course, we were very happy to score our first goal. Unfortunately, Titi was offside by a margin. Yeah, that's VR these days. So you gotta accept. You gotta keep going. It obviously didn't help to concede the penalty right after, and then a deflected goal. But we believe in ourselves. We know that we are a good group. We have to find each other more. But we have the qualities in our team to be a solid team, to be a competitive team. That's our main focus right now to get to this level. You saw glimpses of our potential definitely today, but there's still so much we need to learn. So it's a big factor of being patient as well.
All right, we'll do two more here. Simon, and then we'll end it with Carol.
Christian, thank you for the time. I'm curious what explanation the team got on the field on the two big calls that kind of changed the game, right? Because the penalty they got, it looked like there was a foul on your player in the lead up. And then on the other end, looked like a handball where the arm was even more outstretched by their player than it was in your case. What explanation did you get on those two plays?
We didn't. There was no explanation given.
All right. If I may, a follow-up.
Sure.
You mentioned the luck that was involved. When it comes down to it, what does the difference in this game boil down to in terms of your being able to come away with a result, which didn't happen?
Effectiveness in front of goal. It's, everybody tried their best. We're playing out. Some players play out of position. Some players play up front as a striker who are not strikers. We know all the situation with Carol. When you look at the stats, unfortunately, in this case, stats lie. But we've been more than competitive in that game. I think we really applied our game. We showed our dominance in possession, in shots. Just didn't go in. So that's definitely something to work on. It will be helpful when Carroll is back and can be our real striker, real number 9 that we need. But again, I'm proud of how adaptive our teams, our players are, because it's a tough situation not playing on your favorite position, and they really applied themselves really well.
All right, last one to Carol.
Hey, Christian, I'm Carol Walton from the Charlotte Ledger. I know you've accomplished a lot in your career and been around a long time. Can you just describe what it was like to be on the field in those first moments? I mean, did you feel like a kid? Were you nervous, excited? How was it?
Not too nervous anymore. It's been quite a long time. Proud is the right word. Proud to represent this club. Proud to have so many fans coming up to support us and really be a great support throughout the whole 90 minutes. Even though we were down, they kept going and they were cheering after the game. And I think the feeling on the field today was amazing. Yes, result was not going our way, but it's the start of a journey, as I said at the beginning. And we all can be very proud to be a part of this journey from the very beginning.
All right, thank you, Christian.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Brant, Bronico. You, and then Brant will be last. All right, Alex, go ahead.
Yeah, Brent, just, impressions of this first match, especially in terms of, that you're playing for kind of your home club a little bit here with Charlotte, and this was the debut match. I know it's not the result you guys wanted, but what was it like playing? What was the energy from the crowd like?
Oh, I mean, it was a privilege to be out there. I mean, for me, especially a dream come true to start and play for this club in the first ever game and make history. Everybody was very excited. We had a great atmosphere from our traveling fans. And although the result didn't go our way, I'm proud of the guys and the work they put in.
All right, Carol.
Just your reaction to some of the negative plays that went your way, early on, and how you guys responded to those.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the game, and stuff happens out of your control, and you gotta pick up and you gotta respond to what's going on around you. I feel like maybe we could have done a better job responding to some of the things that didn't go our way, but we're a new team, so we got to learn each other. We got to learn. Players have to learn this league, and we just got to move forward. We're focused on next week now.
There we go, Nick.
Brant, how do you feel you guys grew today in the new model and just as a team playing together? It's obviously been a quick journey so far together.
Yeah, I know. I actually thought we played well for majority of the game, especially up until we got, I guess, the goal called back. I thought we were controlling the majority of the game, and I think if you look at the chances that they had, it was the penalty, a deflection goal, and then another deflection off of our goalie that ended up in a goal. So it's not like they were creating a lot of chances. And I think if we had just applied what we did towards the beginning of the game to the whole game, I think we would have been in a much better position. But sometimes it's how it goes, and we're going to keep building. We're going to keep working together, and ultimately we're going to be successful.
All right, we'll go Akira.
Hey, Brand. Great effort today out there. What's your biggest take? Like you said, you guys are a new team, but what would be your biggest take from this first match, and what you personally have learned going into the first home match against LA Galaxy?
I think the biggest thing that we can take away is that we can be a very good team. We can impose ourselves on the other team. We can control the game even if we're away from home. And I don't know if you know, but away games in MLS are very hard. So for us to come to DC, first ever game in club history, and control the game at times is a definite positive, and definitely something that we can grow off of going into our first home game against Galaxy next week.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll end it tonight with Simon.
Hi, Brent. Thanks for the time. You've been around the league, so you've seen expansion teams come along. I'm curious. You've talked about a little bit that you guys played with personality on the field today. It felt like there were moments where other expansion teams may have buckled and dropped back and lost person. This team showed personality. How would you compare what you know has existed with other expansion teams in the past to the way you guys perform?
Yeah, I think you said it exactly. Like, some teams that are new in the situation that we were in today would have folded, but we didn't fold. We came back and we responded and we showed our character. And I think that says a lot about a team that's only worked together and been together for 5 weeks. Almost all of us are new. This is our first time playing together. And, I don't think the scoreline reflected our performance today. But I think it's definitely a positive from today that we can take going in there and how we responded to what was thrown at us on the field.
All right. Thank you, Brent.
Thank you, guys.
That's it for tonight, guys.
I know some of you might have had recording privileges because you got in maybe a little after we started, but I will shoot those to you.
The recording has stopped.